Hey guys, welcome to video 5 in the Letters from Madman beginning to end series. If you are interested in any of the previous 4, the plans and goals for this book and the other 3 videos all include the rewrite edit, which is the first step of my process. All of those are linked in the description down below individually, and the playlist should be available in this corner, I think, in that little eye. I haven't done those in a while, but I think it's this corner. But this one, again, will cover the Grammarly edit, and if I had to guess, it will cover edit or day 1, a midpoint update, and another update on the final day of the edit. Hopefully this video will be concise enough to contain it all in one video without it being super, super long. But I am going to go over what a Grammarly edit entails, and then go from there. So for me, a Grammarly edit is done primarily to fix grammar goals or grammar errors, but still give me a break from the book so that way I can start the next edit more or less immediately afterwards. So in this case, I just finished the rewrite edit today. While I'm filming this, it is 8:46 p.m. on March 10th, 2020. I just finished the rewrite edit about 11 hours ago, maybe, before I went to sleep. But with the Grammarly edit, I'm going to do this and then pretty much immediately start edit 3 after this is done. Because with a Grammarly edit, I don't read through the entire book. I just put the chapters into Grammarly. I go through the things that it has flagged, and by reading those sentences that those errors have been flagged in, I determine if that correction is going to be made or if it is not going to be made. So it gives me another edit to do. It fixes a few grammar errors, and it does so while allowing me to still take enough of a break that I have a clear mind when I go into the next edit, and it still moves things along very nicely. So I am going to flip this around and film on my phone for a few to show you the computer screen. I do apologize for the drop in quality that will result in, because my phone records in worse quality than my iPad does, despite being a newer device. But it is the easiest way to film the computer screen because I don't have to hold anything up. So I'm going to show you the main process for the first little tiny bit of chapter 1, and then I'm going to get into the edits for the rest of the day, and then I will see you guys later. Alrighty, so I've got the Google Docs open here. This is the rewrite edit, and I'm going to go ahead and copy chapter 1, which I'm going to do the easy way and just shift click it once I get to the bottom so I don't have to drag it the whole way. And then copy it, and then I'm going to move over to Grammarly here. I've already got a document open so that way you don't have to wait for load time. And then I'm just going to paste it. And then over here, the Grammarly assistant is working to go through errors and whatnot. So that's what this is here. I use the free version. This is paid version stuff. So 9 alerts on correctness, and then those are divided between clarity, engagement, and delivery. Delivery is a relatively new thing on Grammarly, so it's still a work in progress, but we're going to go from there. So here, 30-second, they want it fixed to 30-second with a hyphen, which is correct. So I'm going to make that one, and then come back over here and go up to the top. And for me personally, I suggest edits during this process, so at the end I can tell you how many corrections I made. So I'm going to come up here on Google Docs and click suggesting, and then come back over here, and here is the 30-second part. So I'm going to backspace and add a little hyphen, and then it will just be there and it will sit there, and then at the end I can tell you how many corrections I made altogether. But then I'm going to come back here. That is her name. That is how it is spelled, but the correction that it has there does involve that. So I'm going to move you further, add it to my dictionary. And I'm going to continue going through all of these and making the corrections for all of the chapters. There are 35 chapters in total, which you can see over here on the little outline feature on Google Docs, which is very nice to have. I'm going to go through, make all of the corrections for all of these chapters, and I'm not going to do all of them today. I'm not 100% sure how many I need to do today in order to stay on track, so I'm going to go find that out real quick, and then I'll be back with you. Alrighty, so today is the 10th. The goal is to finish the Grammarly edit by the 14th, so that way I can start edit number 3 on the 15th. So I have 5 days here, and I need to edit 7 chapters every single day in order to finish it on Saturday. So today the game plan is to go through chapters 1 through 7, and we'll go from there. And then I will see you guys on the 12th with a progress update, and then I will see you again on the 14th with a final update for the Grammarly edit. But otherwise, I'm just going to get to work here and see how things go today, and hopefully the next 5 days go well enough that I actually finish this on Saturday and things stay on track for an August release date. So I will see you guys on the 12th. Wish me luck. Hey guys, it is currently a little before midnight on the 12th day of March, and so far with the Grammarly edit for Letters from Madman, things are going very well. I'm currently up through chapter 21, which is where I should be today, which is great. I should be able to finish this no problem on Saturday. Just 2 more sessions of 7 chapters edited. Today I technically only edited 6 chapters because chapter 20, which was one of the chapters I was supposed to edit today, is one of the ones that I haven't written yet. It literally just says Killer's POV, because I needed the book done, so I skipped a few scenes, I skipped a few chapters. I only skipped chapters if they were the killer's point of view. So that will need to be written during the 3rd edit, but I'll get there. But outside of that, things are going well. I have 67 changes so far from Grammarly, and there are a few that I've made the corrections because Grammarly has highlighted those words as incorrect, and has suggested something completely wrong. So I fixed it to make sure that I wouldn't miss it later on. Like the word caramel is in there twice, and I misspelled it both times, because I spell it the way I pronounce it, caramel, rather than caramel, and it wanted to capitalize the C like it was a proper noun, rather than fix it to caramel, so I made that correction to make sure I wouldn't forget it later. And even though I added Taki's name to Grammarly's dictionary, at one point I accidentally added an E to the end of her name. Instead of suggesting to remove the E, it suggested some other completely different word that it wanted me to replace her name with. So I just went ahead and fixed that on the Google Docs to her name, rather than whatever Grammarly wanted, because it still highlighted that word. It just made the wrong suggestion. And it did that again. At one point I had typed AMD rather than mad, and it suggested and, which wouldn't have made sense in that sentence at all, but that's what it suggested. And to make sure that I didn't accidentally correct it to and later, I changed it to mad now. But otherwise, every other suggestion that it's made has been Grammarly related. I'm also very impressed with myself that I recalled that those were the changes that I made, because my memory is garbage most of the time. But Friday and Saturday, I have chapters 22 through 35 to edit. Chapters 24, 28, and 32 are the 3 remaining chapters that I haven't written yet, so those ones I won't actually be editing at all. But the rest of them I will, and I'll be done on Saturday, as planned, which is great. The only thing I haven't been doing is my notes, which I'll show you where I was last time. I did this day 1 of the Grammarly update. I've been doing my to-do list here. Things look very nice. But I can't do much handwriting right now. My body hates me. This one is in a thumb brace because I have some serious thumb issues going on, which I'm hoping is related to whatever's wrong with my joints and not carpal tunnel. But it also fits the symptoms of carpal tunnel, so I guess we'll see. But the thumb brace does help considerably. It keeps it stationary here, so it stops the pain that comes up through here. It stops my thumb from twitching when it's in a rest position, which is this. That's a rest position. My thumb on this hand twitches when it's left alone like that, and that's painful as well. My wrist doesn't hurt too bad on this hand, but my thumb definitely does. And this one, my wrist is just being an asshole for the last 2 days, give or take. But, you know, I'm used to that. I have chronic pain. My shoulders are pretty bad today. My back and my lower back are terrible. My knees are acting up again. I'm doing my best, but right now that means not doing any handwriting because I don't want to damage, this is my dominant hand, I don't want to damage my wrist or my thumb any more than it already is. I'm going to let that rest until it's ready to do handwriting again. But I'll do my to-do list thing when I'm completely done with this edit. Hopefully my wrist will be able to tolerate, and my thumb will be able to tolerate handwriting at that point, but if not, I guess if worse comes to worse, I'll type it up and then handwrite it later. I've done that before too. I prefer handwriting for a lot of things. My notes are one of them. But things are going well. I'm on track to finish this for Saturday, which is great. And I will see you guys on Saturday or very early in the morning on Sunday with one final update on how the Grammarly edit went and how many changes I made total and the final word count after this edit. But otherwise, I've got other stuff to do leading up to midnight and thereafter. So I will see you guys hopefully on Saturday if I'm really good and on time and stuff, but if not, I'll see you very early Sunday morning with one final update on edit number 2. Hey guys, it is currently 4:52 in the morning on March 15th, and yesterday I finished the second edit of Letters from a Madman, which would be the Grammarly edit, and in that I made 85 suggestions based only on the suggestions that Grammarly made on the free version of Grammarly. So, again, I don't know if you will be able to see that. Yeah, a little bit. So the chapters that are circled and crossed out are the ones that weren't written yet, so those chapters weren't put in at all. And outside of that, there was also a couple chapters that just didn't have all of their scenes written out yet because I skipped them to finish the rewrite faster. So there are a few scenes and chapters that obviously haven't been written and put through Grammarly yet, but I do have a Grammarly edit towards the end as well, so they will be run through then, so it's no huge deal. But again, 85 suggestions altogether, and I have that brought up on my phone here, so that way I can look at the suggestions and accept or reject them. And I do that on my phone because if I do it on my tablet, as soon as I open the comments, Google Docs crashes. So I'm going to do it on here, and I'm going to go through and accept all of those, and then I will give you a final word count for this edit, as well as the changes between the word count between the rewrite edit and this one. Alrighty, so in edit 2, I removed 22 words throughout, and ended up with 40,116 words, and then I added that here with the edit 1 sticky notes, which unfold from this contraption here. But it's there. So the next thing is to move on to edit 3, which is a developmental edit for me. I'm going to give you more of an idea of what that entails in the video for edit 3, but otherwise edit 2 is done. I started it on time, not the original time, but the reset time after I finished the rewrite edit. I started it on time, I finished it on time, I stuck to the schedule, I stuck to the plan. Things are still currently on time for an August release, August 2nd, presumably. Things are going okay so far. I don't know how this developmental edit will go, but we'll see, and you'll see in the video for it. But that is all that I have for edit 2. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Letters from a Madman, or anything that I do on the channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in edit 3. Bye for now.